Hey guys, it's Jade here for another daily tarot card reading. How are you doing today? We got Miss Pino with us watching some birds. Oh, I'm so excited to have Miss Pino. Miss Pino? Meow, she says hello. All right, let's see what we got today, you guys. Spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion. What can we share with this beautiful collective of individuals today for their highest good? Please and thank you. I'm just gonna take a second here. I like to envision every one of my chakras just kind of like lighting up, like, let's go. Here we go. Let's do it. Wow, in your conscious mind today, we have the Queen of Cups. All right, that's very loving, nurturing energy. You may be pouring into yourself at this time. In your unconscious, we have the Moon. Okay, and with that, I feel there's some unknowns, possibly some illusion. The overall energy is the Knight of Cups. Interesting. We are drawing a lot of Knights of Cups lately, you guys. How does this want to land? Let's see. And then I'm not going to look at the advice just yet. I'm going to pull two advice cards. Oh my God, look at, you see, I acknowledge Miss Pino. And now look at, she's forward facing for everybody. Pino, say hello. Say hello. Aw, this is so exciting. Miss Pino hasn't been in these readings lately, so that makes me really happy. Okay, I was gonna look at bottom of the deck energy. We have the Seven of Cups with the Devil. You know, the snake is kind of standing out to me in this one today. The snake. And the way that they're kind of like lured into this. I might actually look up really quick symbolism of images on the Seven of Cups. I've actually never done that before. I've always just kind of just decided for myself. So we have imagination, choices, wishful thinking, and illusion. Yeah, there could be some illusion going on. Okay, time of temptation. I was kind of hoping that it would tell me like every image. So with snakes, you know, I get rebirth. And this, I think this is a representation of spirit, I think. So I'm gonna just go with that because that's my vibe. If it's not, then I'll have a new interpretation later. We've been getting some really interesting energy lately. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me see if I get any channeled messages with my stone here. Just because we have the Queen of Cups in your conscious. So that tells me that you are looking after yourself. You're looking after your projects. You're taking care of your family. You're nurturing your soul's desires. In your unconscious with the Moon, there's mystery. We keep getting some mystery with these readings, you guys. The overall energy being the Knight of Cups. And I just got delivering an offer. The bottom of the deck energy. Perhaps you've been, oh, okay. Because the bottom of the deck energy could be what you've recently moved through or it's underlying the reading in some way. So with this, I was getting a little bit of kind of on the darker side of the card. Maybe you're moving out of temptation or you're moving out of illusion or fantasizing, or you're getting more grounded in reality, I think, is maybe what is going on here. And your unconscious, though, there's still a little bit of mystery. So I'm kind of interested to know if Spirit has anything more to share with us. And I feel like I'm getting kind of like I feel like I'm connecting, because I feel like happening in my left side. So let's see what happens. Spirit guides, is there anything we can know about this energy? Let's see. I just got, you have to walk the path. You have to walk the path of least resistance. Moving forward, one step at a time. Take your time. I just heard the collective is moving out of a dark mindset into the light. And I can also say that I resonate with that as a part of this collective, since we mirror each other. I keep hearing like twists and turns, like thinking, I'm seeing like a winding road. Like the way forward isn't totally clear yet, but there's twists and turns. I just got to keep moving forward and all will be revealed. So interesting. All right, I'm gonna do the Kawaii deck today, because this is just, these readings lately, you guys, they've been like really kind of mysterious. Like something is hidden from view for me. Maybe the mystery, and actually, you know what's funny is in this moon card, there's this path and it's kind of winding. Maybe the mystery is the way forward. You know what I mean? Like, we don't always know what's gonna happen next, and that's how it's supposed to be. And perhaps this overall energy is about moving forward, bringing your cup like ready to be filled, like leading with a heart wide open, maybe. Leading with a heart wide open, leading yourself and leading others down a winding path with a heart wide open is kind of what I'm getting. I'm not really thinking I'm getting a lot of passion off of this night today, because I was like, how is this whenever I pull like people in the deck, I always try to think to myself like, oh, well, how interesting is that? Like, how do they are they facing towards each other or not? And what's funny is I'm literally mirroring you, right? Because of this camera. And the way on my desk that it wants to be, it's like they're faced apart. Like, and so for some reason that told me like, okay, I don't believe this is about like passion and romance relationship today. But when I was like about to show you the card, it would actually appear otherwise because we mirror each other. So take that as it resonates. Maybe that's what you don't see coming. That could be, maybe that's what you don't see coming. I don't know. It's a mystery. And I kind of feel like this night kind of smiled at me. Like, yeah, you don't always know. You don't always know what's going to be down the road, you know? So let's see. Spirit guides are the highest truth of compassion. Can we get any other flavor on the conscious mind, unconscious, and overall energy? I just keep hearing, take one step at a time. Take one step at a time. Yeah, like, you know, and a perfect example would be like Miss Pino. Like, she doesn't come out ever. It's a mystery. We don't know what she's gonna do. So that's kind of like a synchronicity. All right, bottom of the deck on this guy is the Page of Cups. Okay, and we have some waves. I don't know if that's symbolic for you. and the Queen of Pentacles. There's this, now this is giving me some love vibes. This is giving me some very, like, love in an unconditional love kind of way. Not necessarily like romantic love, but take it as it resonates. I'm getting a lot of unconditional love. And with, oh, is this upside down? With the Queen of Cups, I have the Two of Coins upside down. So that tells me, and I make sure to have all my cards upright. So this one just wanted to come upside down today, and my hands are starting to get hot. Perhaps you've and I know I have, so beep on that. Perhaps there's been kind of an imbalance going on in your waking life with work and with taking care of yourself, okay? I can tell you that that's been for sure something I've been experiencing with just burnout. So maybe I'm thinking that's kind of how I'm feeling with this, is there's just been a bit of an imbalance between the things you really enjoy doing versus, and I just saw 1111 on the timestamp, the things you really enjoy doing for yourself, taking care of yourself, like taking care of yourself in every sense of the word, eating well, getting outside, deep breathing, journaling, just relaxing, like just allowing yourself to relax. I don't know about you guys, but lately I've been like, I'm in a situation where I have absolutely no reason to feel stressed. And it's almost like I'm telling myself, well, it's like an old story. Like, these past couple of years have been really hard on me and my family, and the fact that we had a newborn, and that is a lot of work. If you've ever had a newborn, then you know that first year of life is really, really intense. Like, you just don't know. You don't really know anything. You're learning everything for the first time. If they get sick, it's kind of like a huge deal, and because you're just not sure where it's going to go, where it's going to lead. My son had surgery within his first year of life, and that was stressful. Like, there's things that come up that you've never done before, and then you have like this baby, and they're your responsibility, and they're a part of you. Like, they share your DNA, and you're anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is like heightened sense of emotion, right? And then when we moved to Boston, it was great, but also it was really hard. Like, we moved from a 1,700 square foot single family home to a 700 square foot apartment, you guys. 700 square foot apartment, and it was amazing. We got to live in Cambridge, and it was just life changing, but also hard. We were on a 3rd floor walk up. We had no elevator, so we were going up about 6 flights of stairs at multiple times a day. So 700 square feet with 2 cats, a baby, and me and partner. It's a lot. And so I'm wondering if you guys maybe are feeling a little burnt out, because I feel called to tell that story. And maybe you've been feeling burnt out, and maybe you're getting a chance to have a little bit of a reprieve. Like, right now I feel a lot of reprieve. Like, our apartment has an elevator, for example, like life-changing. A lot of the things that I need are very close to me, within walking distance, life-changing. And for some reason, I kind of, in my head, I'm like, okay, like, I feel like I can't relax still. I feel like I can't relax. Like, because I've gone so long with feeling like all of this heightened sense of having to do logistics, and also like heightened sense of waiting for the other shoe to drop, So I don't know, this because I'm telling that story, I feel like someone needs to hear that. Like, you're not alone and feeling like you can't relax if you feel like you don't have a reason not to. It's very weird. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. In your unconscious mind, you have the 3 of Swords upside down. So I do think that you're coming out of a time of illusion with this. I think also maybe even coming out of a time of feeling like you really don't know what's going to happen next. It could also be coming out of a time of heartbreak. It could be that these, just pick whatever resonates for you. These are the channeled messages that are coming through. Coming out of a time of not knowing, coming out of a time of heartbreak, coming out of a time of, oh, I just got prioritizing yourself last with this. Interesting. And I wonder if that has to do with the moon, you know, feminine energy, mothering energy, because this is reverse. So it's not giving the same, for today, I'm feeling like it's not like the pain and sorrow that we would normally feel when it's like this. I feel like you're coming out of a time of making yourself not the priority. Like you're making yourself the priority now. You're starting to think about that more is what I'm getting. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay. And then with the overall energy, we have the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Coins. And the Seven of Pentacles is typically a card of cultivating, working on something. It could be cultivating your self-care. It could be cultivating a lot, like a new career. It could be so many different things, okay? You know your life best. I always say that. You know your life best. And I remember too, it's funny because the way that this wants to be is like this knight is moving towards the cheese. And I remember there was a reading not too long ago where I felt like we were denying ourselves the cheese. But today I feel like, no, we're moving forward with a heart wide open, and we are aware now that we deserve the cheese. And now we're trying to rebalance our lives so that we're not prioritizing ourselves last. I think that is definitely the message, you guys. And that would make sense with this being in the underlying of the reading, like coming out of this darker energy, coming out of, you know, with this, I get like manic anxiety right now. Is like, oh my God, you know, I have to do this, I have to do that. Like, which way, what do I do first? And like, what's the better choice? And kind of coming out of the voices in our head is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, cool. This is like really nice energy, you guys. And the advice is the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. Whoa, that's big. I think we got two major arcana cards for the advice today. With the Wheel of Fortune, you know, I'm getting life has its ups and downs. Life has its ups and downs, and you are the ultimate navigator of your own life. That's kind of what I'm getting. You are the leader and the expert of your own life is kind of what I'm getting with this today. Ooh, I feel like someone needs to hear, make decisions for yourself like you would for your business. Make decisions for yourself like you would for your business. Set boundaries in your personal life like you would for your business. I don't know why I'm getting like your business or whatever you lead in your like working life, wherever you're seen as a leader in your working life. I'm getting the vibe that like the collective I'm speaking with has a tendency to, and that would make sense because we mirror each other, and I know I do this. The collective I'm speaking with has a tendency to prioritize work above themselves. Work in every sense of the word. Work with like your actual, like how you make your livelihood, work with your passions and your creativity, work with your family, work with your kids, work with your relationships. And it would go well with too, you know, there's this winding road, and we're leading ourselves down it. I think the advice is lead yourself down those winding unknown roads for yourself the way you would in all the areas in your life you show up as a leader, very confidently is what I'm getting. I'm gonna see if there's maybe one more for one more that can confirm that with this Kawaii deck. Yeah, 8 of Cups. We got the 8 of Cups. And you know what I think is interesting is like this little creature. They're oh, this just took an interesting meaning. So with the Eight of Cups, usually it's about walking away from something, letting go of something. And do you see how there's like these stream of lights right here, like coming down through the water? I feel like you guys, we're moving into the spotlight. We're moving into our calling. And all of these things that we have prioritized, right? All of these things that we have had a tendency to prioritize above our needs, that's changing now. That's changing now. We've seen, oh, this is great. We're seeing the light, literally. Like we're seeing the light. We're moving towards the light and we're basking in what we're deserving of. Oh my God, you guys, this is so beautiful. Wow, I love, like, this is just so great. I'm so happy for you. You know, I think I'm just gonna leave this here because this was like, I feel like just what we needed to hear today, that we're moving out of a time of illusion, embracing what we need for ourselves, prioritizing ourselves, giving ourselves the cup of love, okay? If this reading resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps out the community. Thank you so much. And me and Miss Pino, we say see you tomorrow. Okay? Mwah. Bye.